Hello everybody and welcome back to Win, Lose or Draw. I'm not happy. It's just not going to go well. I've just got a feeling. 95-88 ahead going into 2024. I've just shit the bed on this week. I really have. I don't even want to do it.
This is the ups and downs of win, lose or draw, mate.
Yeah,
it's the way that it goes, isn't it?
I've got to give respect to you because it really hurts me how bad I've done this week. And you've had this most weeks, to be fair. We're also going to throw in, we've only got 5 games to cover and 5 games to predict. So I'm actually going to throw in a little bit of a twist, a bit of a start, bench, sell, 5 players as well. I'm just going to get your opinion on whether these players should be starting for their club on the bench or whether it's time for them to go. So we'll give you 5 of those as well. But let's summarise the weekend. Bloody hell. Right, OK, so it's 95-88 and we started off with Burnley against Luton, which in fairness, what did you think you went with?
I went with a draw.
No, you didn't.
OK.
You went with a Luton win.
What did you go with?
Burnley win.
Oh, buzzing. Nobody gets a point then.
No. Well, that's fine. There's a running theme here of I don't get a point.
Well, you went for a Newcastle home win against Man City.
Oh, fuck. I was watching that game. I was like, what was I? Was I still pissed from Christmas?
Yeah.
Anyway, on to the Saturday game. Chelsea against Fulham. I said draw.
I went Chelsea win.
You said Chelsea win.
Thank you.
95-89.
6 to death.
I wasn't far off.
You were wrong.
Right, you know, at the end when that blocked shot, I was like, yes.
I know.
No. But anyway, there we go.
Shame,
Typical bloody Chelsea. Newcastle against Manchester City. Amazingly, I went for a Newcastle win, and I don't know why. I think the Geordie boys are going to be up for it. You went for a City win. And what did you think about Trippier on that last goal?
I felt for him a little bit. That seems to be happening to him every few weeks at the minute, and it's just the phase that he's in. He's still obviously a world-class right-back, but he's just getting caught a few times now and getting made to pay for it as well. But it's Man City. When De Bruyne's on the ball like that, you have to go, right, I am got to have my head in the swivel. I have to know exactly what's going on because this guy could do anything.
I was not sympathetic. I was calling him all sorts of names. I was like, that's another win for Foster. You bloody prat. You may as well have an assist for Trippier on that one. So it's 95-90 now. He's clawed 2 back.
5 to death.
We head into Sunday. Aston Villa at Everton. Again,
You went for an Everton win,
I went for an Everton win.
Yeah.
You went with a draw.
Massive. If I could have put the football accumulator on here, I'd have been cucking. Saturday and Sunday football accumulator, wow.
95-91. You pulled 3 back on me already.
Yeah.
And then United Spurs.
You're obviously going to say a Man United
this
win.
Was nailed on that Man United were going to win this. And Rasmus scores early on, and I'm there, I'm loving it. I'm saying sit down Chelsea, because I had a load of Chelsea fans saying they're above us in the league, which we are above them in the league now. But I said a United win. I'm stunned you didn't back your team and go with the Spurs win.
I said a draw.
You said a draw?
Yeah, because I could see sense and see that it would be a tough match. Man United against top 6 teams are brutal, absolutely brutal normally. So I couldn't back Man United, but Spurs away from home with all the injuries, I could see them still getting a point.
You just didn't want to alienate United fans. So you played the game and you went, ooh, how do I please Spurs fans and United fans?
But I pulled 4 back there, That's
it's 95-92 from 95-88. I mean, that's Kevin Keegan Newcastle bottle job level.
If I'd have done a Saturday accumulator with 2 wins and 2 draws, I'd have got some seriously good odds on that.
You got 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
I got 0 out of 5.
Yeah.
That is just. I feel like I need a pair of headphones here.
Bad start.
You've still got to go to Forest and get a result.
Yeah, and I'd love it. I'd love it.
And I'll love it if they beat you. But look, I've got to pull this one back now. So we're going to do a couple of start bench sells in a minute, but I've got to switch on here. So we've got 5 games again to predict, and I'm 3 points ahead, 95-92.
Yeah.
This could be bad. Right. Arsenal against Crystal Palace. I'm going to switch my head on here. Do you want to go first?
It's an Arsenal home win.
Yeah, I'm not being stupid.
Yeah, I know you're not.
I'm playing for I'm like the Invincibles. I'm playing for draws.
I could get to 100 before you here.
I know. Fucking hell. I'd be devastated by that. Brentford against Forest. Ooh. Tony's back. I've got him in the SPL. I'm going Brentford win.
I concur. Brentford win.
Good. Keep going what I'm going on.
Brentford need a win, by the way. They do need a win. Forest not in great form. Actually, they've picked up a little bit, Forest.
Could be a draw, that one.
What are you saying?
I said away.
Ooh.
Away win.
Get in. I like a differential.
I'm going to say it. Forest away win.
That's locked in now.
I was in like I forgot that Nuno had taken over and they had some fantastic results. So
yeah.
I'm going away win.
Come on, Tony.
Yeah.
Anyway, into Sunday, Sheffield United at home to West Ham.
This is me. Do you know what? This has got a West Ham workman-like... Well, actually, there's a lot of injuries for West Ham, you know. There's a lot of injuries for West Ham. Jarrod Bowen's out, Paquetá's out. Kudos. I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go West Ham away win. Okay.
Bournemouth at home to Liverpool. This could be tricky.
This could be tricky,
but I'm going to go with a Liverpool win, even though they got no Mo Salah.
I don't know.
He wants to push the envelope because he wants to catch up. Bournemouth are very good at home at the moment. They were very, very good.
Draw. I'm going to go for a draw.
Okay. And Monday Night Football is actually very good. Brighton against Wolves.
This will be a
good luck
game.
to you with that one.
This will be a very good game. Home win. Brighton seem to have found their pomp again.
I'm going to go draw with that one.
Monday night, it's on TNT Sports.
Yeah.
That'd be decent, though.
I'm going to go for a draw with that one. So there we go. Well, it's a 3-point gap now, and we've got 4 differentials there. So could be another big week. Right, just to round it off, just because it's a bit of a shortened week, I wanted to do a few start bench sells with Ben here. So basically what I'm saying here is, for the progression of, you can do it from their career or the club.
Yeah.
Do they need to, is it good for them to be sat on the bench? Do you think they should be starting,
Yeah.
or do you think they need to go?
Okay.
So first one, nice easy one, Nketiah at Arsenal. Would you start, bench or sell?
I think Eddie Nketiah probably should just stay at Arsenal. I think he should just stay at Arsenal. I think if he played for like a Bournemouth, so you see someone like a Solanke doing something really well at Bournemouth, and that's great. I think Nketiah could do a similar job if he went somewhere and was allowed to sort of just play week in, week out, and was relied upon and made to feel like the main man. But I think he just sort of suits Arsenal. I really do. I think he's not ever going to be the main man, but I think he's still young enough to sort of develop into something. I think if they get a big striker in and he's the guy that's sort of the pressure's on, I think that would help Nketiah, that when he does get his chance, he could. But I think he just suits Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? He seems like an Arsenal player. He suits Arsenal.
So you're saying bench?
I'm going to say stay. Yeah, stay.
I'd sell him. I don't actually think he's as good as a Solanke or a Calvert-Lewin.
No, I don't think he is probably
I think
just
he
yet.
should be at an Everton as a bench player there. I think Arsenal's too high for him. I like him, but I don't think he's the standard of what Arsenal need.
I've been to watch Arsenal a few times in the last few weeks, and he technically is very good. He's got good feet, so there's something there, and I think that's what the Arsenal hierarchy can see. But I think they're just waiting for it to develop.
I think he's one of those players who needs to play every week, and you're not going to get that, are you? Nice easy one here, maybe. Conor Gallagher at Chelsea. They're looking to sell him.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. It's all for the FFP, isn't it? Because he's a homegrown player.
Money, yeah,
he's a homegrown player. They've spent no money on him. It's all profit. But he's their captain at the moment in time. He's their best player at this moment in time, apart from Cole Palmer. He has to stay. And I'll tell you, if Chelsea do end up selling him in the January transfer window or at the end of the season, then whoever they're selling him to, he will improve them.
He's got the mentality as well, isn't he? We talked about that with United. He actually has got
He will improve them. So it would be crazy. It would be criminal if they did.
Would you start or bench him for Chelsea?
I'd start him. Obviously start him, yeah, without doubt. It's a mentality thing. Like I said, mentality is the biggest like factor of being a footballer.
Jack Grealish, Man City.
Oh, start him. I think he'll get back in the team as well. He's been out for a few weeks or whatever, but I think every time he does play, he offers something different, and he does draw a lot of fouls. It's just the way that he plays. He dribbles with the ball and he invites the tackles, which I think gets Man City up the pitch a lot. But I like Jack Grealish. I just think he's a lovely player, and I think he gets his critics because of the way that he looks, the way that he dresses, the way that he is. I think he's class. I think he's absolutely wicked.
Did you not do an Amazon Prime interview with him not long ago?
I might have done as well.
You might have done. I wouldn't sell Grealish. I like Grealish as well.
Yeah.
At the moment, you'd start him. I'd probably bench him.
Mate, look at that. Look at that midfield. Like, De Bruyne has just come back. You've got Kovacic, who was one of Chelsea's better players last season. Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, it's not time for him to go.
They've got players. Oscar Bob coming on scoring.
Goal.
Oscar Bob, what feet as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're talking.
It's worrying for Grealish, that though, isn't it? The competition.
Of course, I
think maybe in a year he might need to say to himself, "Oh, I need to go."
No, Jack Grealish will stay at Man City for the rest of his career. I guarantee you. I guarantee you, he'll stay because he's the player that could play any Saturday. He could play this Saturday, miss 2. No, he doesn't. He could miss 2 and he'll still be the same Jack Grealish. Miss 1, still be the same Jack
Grealish. Sit on the
Grealish.
bench at Man City, I think.
He's a great team player to have.
What about Marcus Rashford? Start bench sell?
At the minute you've got to start him. Man United have got nobody else, and a confident, firing Marcus Rashford is a player. There's a massive player in there. He hasn't been on form lately. It was a good goal at the weekend. He played well. He looks a bit more confident, even though when he got bought off, he didn't look very happy whatsoever. I don't like his celebration stuff that he does, but a good, firing, confident Marcus Rashford has to start.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't sell him, and you can't bench him at the moment because there's nobody else. I think he's got his limitations. Maybe he's got limitations in his own personality, like you say. I don't know what goes on around him because really, just get your head down and pass a bit more.
Yeah.
You know, that pass to Højlund gets an easier chance and he scores, and that's what fans are saying. But I'd definitely start him at the moment. And then it's an interesting one to finish. Darwin Núñez to bring Liverpool into the equation.
Oh, wow.
Do you start, bench, sell? I don't think we're selling him, are we?
You're never selling him.
But is he startable? Is he benchable?
He's another one who I think is going to develop into a very good player. Everything you hear from players and managers and everything is that he's got absolutely everything to be a world-class striker. I think it's just a bit misfiring at this moment in time. It's like he's got so much energy and ability and electricity within him that he's kind of a little bit disjointed at this minute. But it will click at some point. It will click. So whether you start him or he's on the bench, again, another one who I don't think it really fully matters yet. Klopp knows he's going to rotate him. I think he knows he's going to be rotated. So I think he's got his head around that, and give it another year or 2, maybe he will be firing. He will be the main man up top.
Yeah, I'd start him. I know it's controversial, but I really like him.
Would he start for Man United ahead of Højlund?
You know what? I think he'd be brilliant. I wanted him at United. I think he'd be brilliant to have at United. He's 4 or 5 years older.
Yeah.
He's not ruthless himself. Højlund's not quite there. If you could swap them around and work them off each other, their lack of goal scoring would probably help each other. I think he'd be the perfect striker to bring in, and I think he'd be great for Rasmus, and he'd be good for Rasmus as well. But I really like him, even though he wears a Liverpool shirt. I really like him, so I'd start. Get your comments in below on that. Do you think we've got any of those wrong or right? And loved that show. We made it a little bit longer by talking about stuff I enjoy. 3 points of difference, by the way, and win, lose or draw. Now you've brought me back to earth. I was in a good mood with start, bench or sell, and now I'm in a bad mood. I'm going to go out and shout. Thanks everyone for watching. Speak to you on the next one.